Hi everyone, welcome. This is Mary Pericotten. This is my presentation, my classical theory to modern challenges presentation. All right, so here is our agenda. We're going to talk about classical management theories, contemporary organizational challenges, experiences from a modern organization, and how historical theories need to be adapted. Frederick W. Taylor focuses on the scientific management, which is more on efficiency and productivity through time studies, task standardizations, and specialization remains relevant, especially in industries such as manufacturing, logistics, as well as healthcare. His principles of tasks optimize performance that can be measured with modern lean management and Six Sigma practices. But Taylor's mechanistic view of workers as cogs in a machine is less suited in today's world that's more focused on employees' well-being, creativity, as well as job satisfaction. For Max Weber, his theory highlights the importance of structured hierarchy, clear rules, and rational legal authority for organization stability. His ideas are particularly applicable to large-scale organizations and governments where consistency, accountability, as well as a procedural rigor is essential. However, these rigid bureaucracies can hinder innovation and agility to navigate contemporary disruptions. His focus is mainly as the organization as a whole, complete unit. All right, we're going to talk about Henry Foyle's administrative management. This principle of management is based on planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, as well as controlling. This is more of a holistic type of framework that remains pretty integral to organizations' success. His emphasis on manageable functions is echoed in modern leadership and strategic management practices. Um, he covers 14 managerial principles focused on the unity of command and hierarchies that need to be balanced with current modern concepts in order to have collaborative decision-making organizations. Here we're going to talk about the relevance of classical management with current organizational challenges. Um, an example is the emphasis on optimizing tasks so that the business can adopt automation and improve productivity. In industries there that are regulated, there's emphasis to have clear procedures and accountability to follow laws and ethical standards. Planning and organizations are essential for aligning teams with organization goals in current competitive markets. And lastly, leadership training and programs are implemented to ensure managers are capable to adapt to a global workforce. Equity and inclusion are critical challenges for contemporary organizations because it requires it to be fair, recognize diverse needs, and foster a sense of belonging. Here we're going to focus on Henry Foyle's administration management as well as Max Weber's bureaucratic approach. In terms of for Henry Foyle's administration management, some creative ways would be possibly to develop maybe detailed challenge strategies to promote equity and inclusion, as well as creating inclusive hiring practices. An example of this may be like using Foyle's coordination would be like to design cross-functional teams that ensure that diverse voices can be represented in decision making. For Max Weber, which focuses on rational legal authority, standardized processes, and impartiality, we can standardize the hiring process so that way it's a little bit more fair and it's a little bit more structured with a standardized protocols. This can look like maybe possibly using technologies such as AI-driven tools to hire and align these principles to reduce any human bias and to improve possibly equity in the candidate selection. So, drawing from my experience and observation in restaurant management, the principle of classical management theories can be effectively adapted to address equity and inclusion challenges. We're going to go over Frederick Taylor's scientific method here. With that, by the principles of task standardizations and efficiencies, we can train employees who have struggled with language barriers, maybe break them into smaller groups. That way, the outcome would be to improve productivity, but also create a supportive, inclusive environment where employees feel respected. For Max Weber's bureaucratic management, which is principles of clear rules, impartiality, and rational authorities, what we can do is address any pay disparities by implementing standardized pay scales and performance reviews. This would enhance trust and reduce turnovers between employees, and everything would be more transparent. In terms of Henry Foyle's administrative management, the principles are planning, organizing, commanding, as well as coordinating. So with these efforts, we can plan for maybe hiring more diverse members, especially in the restaurant. There seems to be a disparity in different um, backgrounds in the kitchen specifically. So with that, we can coordinate by cross-training line cooks or front of house staff. This way, employees can feel um, valued and build morale. While some of these classical management theories remain relevant, the focus is on efficiency, hierarchy, and structure. Some of the main criticisms are rigid and mechanistic, a limit on individual discretion, and not satisfying the human need for belonging and community. But by integrating maybe more flexibility, inclusiveness, innovation, as well as sustainability, organizations can build a more resilient, ethical, and maybe future ready system that can navigate current challenges here.